2026, Doily Designs is celebrating 250 years of American independence with Boho Mini crochet pattern 2.0 updated diagonal star pattern. As like the original Boho Granny American flag by Doily Designs, this flag has the stars crocheted into the squares. This is the mini, so it only has 8 stars and 9 stripes. If you want it to be true to the American flag, you can find that in the original King Queen American flag pattern or the Junior American flag pattern. A smaller throw blanket, but still a substantial blanket that calls for a lot less yarn and is a great alternative to the King Queen original. The first thing for your Boho Mini you're going to make is your star, and you'll begin that with your white and your E-hook and a magic ring, and chain 1 and 5 single crochet in your magic ring. Untwist your tail and pull your magic ring a little bit and slip stitch join in that first single crochet. You can use stitch markers. I like to count, but they can be helpful. And then pull your magic ring firmly but gently closed all the way. I like to pull until I feel it pop, and that way I know that center hole's not coming out. You can also use your end to weave that and make sure it doesn't come out. Then we're going to chain 4 loosely and slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and then single crochet in the third chain and half double crochet in the fourth chain. Then we'll slip stitch in the next single crochet on our small circle, and you'll repeat those steps of chain 4, slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and then slip back in your circle for 5 points. And once you have 5 points, you'll slip stitch back in that beginning space and then fasten off, and again use that end to secure that and give your star a little dry block tug. For the next round, we're going to be working in the back loops of our star, and for the right side of our points, those are these loops back here, and on the left it's these, and we're going to begin in this left top of this half double crochet. So with our blue, we're going to slip stitch join in the top left back loop only of that half double crochet, and then chain 3 and double crochet back loop only. So we're of the half double crochet, so we're going to go in and under to get that and do a double crochet, and do that again in the single crochet back loop only, so in and up under and grab that, and that gives us a nice outline for our star. And do a half double crochet and then a single crochet back loop only on the other side of the point in the slip stitch, half double crochet back loop only in the single crochet, and then double crochet back loop only in the half double crochet. And we'll repeat this around, doing our double crochet back loop only in the half double crochet and half double crochet back loop only in the single crochet. It's a little bit harder to grab, that's why we want to keep these loose. And then back loop only single crochet on the slip stitch. Also another hard one to grab. And then half double crochet and double crochet, double crochet, and just repeat that around. Whoop. Make sure you're only going through one. And through all of the stitches, all of the one. And your yarn's not splitting like mine is here. That's where my knot is. And then I'll do the back post on the half double crochet, doing a double crochet, and then our half double in our single back loop only. And our last two stitches would be our single crochet, back loop only, and half double crochet. And then slip stitch join in the top of that, chain 3. And you should have a circle around your star. For row 2 of the blue square, we will do a single crochet in our joining space, no chain 1. And then skip that double crochet and do a half double crochet in the half double crochet. Now we're going to do a corner with 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And this one lands right above our point of our star, and that's going to be the top of our square, how it's positioned. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet for a corner. Then for our side, we'll do half double crochet, 3 single crochet, half double crochet, and another corner. So 2, 2, and 2. And then another side, single, 3 single, and half double, and then corner, half doubles into our side, and our last corner. Oh, again, one, no, just those threads. And then we'll finish up with a half double crochet, and then you're going to do 2 single crochet, and again you can use stitch markers or you can count back, and so we did our 2 and 1, and then so in that beginning, that first single crochet, we're going to slip stitch join. And we're not going to chain 1 here either. Around 3 on the star square, single crochet in your joining space, and then single crochet in the next 3 spaces. And then for your corner, you're going to do single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and then single crochet in the next 9 spaces for your side. And do another corner with the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. With the slip knot, chain 4, and do 3 double crochet in the first chain or the 4th chain from the hook. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this gives you 4 double crochet. Your chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then do 4 more double crochet in that same chain space. And we'll just turn, no chain 1, and do a beginning double crochet or 2 stacked single crochet. So single crochet in your turning space, and then single crochet front loop only of your single crochet that you just made to equal a double crochet. We'll double crochet in that same turning space, and do a half double crochet in the next space, and single crochet in the next 2. You're going to do 2 single crochet, chain 3 in that chain space, and single crochet in 2. Half double crochet in the next one, and then 2 double crochet in the top of that last space. Make sure you're catching 2 threads and not just 1. And turn again not chaining one, and do another beginning double crochet. So single crochet front loop only to equal a double crochet. We'll do 2 double crochet in that same turning space now. 1, 2, and half double crochet in the next space. Yes, half double crochet in the next space, and then single crochet in the next 5. And then your corner chains, you're going to do 2 single crochet, chain 3, 2 single crochet, and then single crochet in 5. A half double crochet, and 3 double crochet in the top of that beginning double crochet or last space. 2 and 3. And now for this last row, we're going to do a 13 single crochet across this edge. First we'll chain 3 for our corner, and then I'm going to start mine in that same space and do 13 single crochet evenly. Kind of have to eyeball this and plan it. It's good if 7 lands in the middle. We've got 8 here, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I want my last stitch to land in the top of my first stitch on row 3. So after I have 13 single crochet, I'll chain 3 and slip stitch back in that same space, which is again the first stitch in row 3 or the beginning of the beginning double crochet, and then slip stitch in that next space or that double crochet and fasten off here. And then you'll want to dry block your triangle. Just give it a little tug on the sides, and this is going to be your side triangle that fits with your squares. So again, there's a right and wrong up and down to your square where your start point is at the top. And so this would be my first side piece. I'll put my corner, and this will fit on the side. And so this other side as well on the top. Next we'll do the small triangle. So your small triangle is just a little bit smaller than your large triangle. And to do that, you'll chain 4 again with 3 double crochet in the first chain or the 4th chain from the hook. To equal 4 double crochet, chain 2 and do 4 double crochet in that same space. Now chain 1 and turn, and we'll do a beginning double crochet in that turning space. So single crochet. For the small triangle, you're going to do a beginning treble, so 3 stacked single crochet. So single crochet in that turning space, single crochet front loop only of the single crochet that you just made, and single crochet of the front loop of the single crochet that you just made to equal 3 stacked single crochet or a treble or half treble. In this case, we're using it as a half treble, and we'll do a we'll do a double crochet in that same space and a half double crochet in that same space, and single crochet in 3. 2 single crochet, chain 3, 2 single crochet in your corner chain, and single crochet in 3. And in that top of that last space, we'll do a half double crochet, half treble, half double crochet, double crochet, and half treble. So yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. Now we'll turn and do this unworked edge on the small triangle. So chain 3, and this time we'll do 11 single crochet evenly across the side, ending in that top of that first beginning treble or the third single crochet. Again, you have to plan these. And 11 I'll put in the top of that beginning treble, and then chain 3 and slip stitch back in that same beginning treble and slip stitch in that top of that double crochet, and fasten off and dry block and give this a good tug, and you have your corner triangle. You'll make 4 of those. Once you have all your pieces, you can lay them out. You're going to want to make sure that you have all your pieces facing right side up, and that's where your last row is facing up, and you can see those back loops and the front loops really, whereas when you turn it over, you can only see the back loop. So we'll make sure those are all right side up, just to keep this looking uniform. Decided how you're going to join them: whip stitch, slip stitch join, or single crochet join. You're going to begin, and if you look at the diagram, you'll see that you're going to go in a zigzag fashion, going down, joining a corner or smaller triangle. So you'll join the corner and make sure that your pieces are faced up and that your star is positioned at the top of that square when placed diagonally. So you'll join these, and then you'll have a large triangle ready, and you'll add it next, working down and then moving to another square, again making sure your star point is at the top. This would be our top, and then your next piece would be your bottom corner. So once you get to here, you can just continue working back up, adding a side triangle, and then your next piece would be your star square, again making sure that your point is up. And then our final piece would be at the top here, the large triangle. And you will have to fasten off here and then rejoin on that next triangle at that corner and add your next square, and just continue working down in this way and then back up, and then one more time working down and back up. And you'll have your star field for your American flag I wanted to show y'all my new favorite, which is the single crochet join. That's been my favorite. So we'll just go ahead and get started joining some of these pieces and show y'all how I do mine. The single crochet join gives this nice texture, and I'll go over that real quick with you. And another thing you'll want to do on these that is helpful, you don't have to do it, it's optional, is switch up your hook size for this next part. So you're going to join in that chain space on the top of your square. So on the top, I'll just slip stitch join. And then I'll grab my small triangle, again making sure my right side is up so I can see that stitch very clearly. And then slip stitch in that chain space. Now making sure that my yarn is on the bottom between my two pieces. I'm gonna go in, and here you can work back loops only, or you could go into the entire stitch. I'm gonna do the back loops only, so I'm going into both pieces and then yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2 more. And it's pretty simple. And you just insert, make sure that yarn is behind, and insert and yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll just keep working this to your corner. This gives us a nice textured raised join that's also a little more pliable than your slip stitch join. And that last one. And then for the corner, yeah, single crochet. For my corner, I'm going to go in and pull through, and then go into the other one and pull through all 3. Then next, I'll join my next piece, which again is your side triangle, and it's going to position like this, because the 13 stitches is your outside edge, and I'll just pick that up in that chain, and then once again begin my back loop only single crochet join back down the side of these 2 pieces. With the blue, that won't be as noticeable as it seems to be here with the white. And you'll just continue working in this fashion, adding your pieces. So your next piece is your side triangle. I'll pick it up at the bottom of that. And then just continue. And you'll have to end here, and you'll pick up and start there again. I've run out of yarn. I have a little bit of this other blue, but again, it's just a little bit, so I may not be able to make it around, but I'm going to try to show you all this border. And to do the border, you'll join in the top right corner of your blue star field with a slip stitch or single crochet join. If you're slip stitching, do a chain 1 and single crochet in that same space. And you can work back loops only along these. I like to do that, it just gives it a nice edge, but you certainly don't have to. And you'll just work a single crochet in the next 7 spaces. And then you'll work a single crochet in that chain space and a double crochet in the chain space from your square. So down into that chain space, do a double crochet and then just single crochet in your next chain space. And then single crochet 13 evenly across. You'll just repeat this, doing single crochets in your chain, double crochet in the chain of the square, single crochet in the chain, single crochet in 13, single crochet in your chain, double crochet in the chain from the square, single crochet in your chain, single crochet in 7 to your corner where you will do single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in your corner chain space, and turn and repeat that all the way around. Once you get around, you'll do your single crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch join in your first single crochet. So I actually made it around. So yes, you'll do the first stitches and then give it a good dry block tug to get this into place, and that straightens out your edges for you. Again, blocking, and then around to that first single crochet, chain 3, and just slip stitch back in that single crochet. And that was the single crochet join, which gives this nice raised texture. Once you have all your star squares joined for your star field, you're going to start your upper stripes. And to do that, you're gonna do a foundation double crochet. To do a foundation double crochet, I'm gonna chain 4 and do a double crochet in the first chain or the 4th chain from the hook. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And to do my next foundation double crochet, I'm going to yarn over and insert in the post of that double crochet. So under these 2 bumps at the bottom of that double crochet, I'll do another double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll just continue doing this double crochets in that bottom post of that double crochet. And I'm just going to show y'all a small portion so that I can fit all these rows into this video. And it helps to keep your attention and go slow to keep those uniform. Once you're going to turn and no chain and do a beginning double crochet in that turning space. Single crochet front loop only of the single crochet that you just made to equal a double crochet, and double crochet in each space across. Turn, don't chain, and beginning double crochet in that turning space. So single crochet, front loop only of the single crochet that you just made to equal a double crochet. Now skip one and do your first V stitch of double crochet, chain 3 double crochet in the same space. And from here we'll skip 2 and V stitch, double crochet, chain 3 double crochet. Skip 2 and V, and you'll just repeat this across. After your last V, you'll skip 1 and do a double crochet in the top of that beginning double crochet, and turn and do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet, and you'll just repeat this across. Single crochet, chain 4. In the top of that last space, and then fasten off. And for the next round, you can join your white, and I'm going to single crochet join for the first of my beginning double crochet stitch. So I'll just single crochet join in that first space, first single crochet, and do my beginning double crochet. And you'll double crochet in each space across, and for each stripe you're just going to repeat those rounds of the double crochet and the V and the chain and the 3 cluster, and you'll do 5 stripes of red, white, red, white, red, joining each new color where you left off. For your last one, you're going to do a single crochet and chain 2 and single crochet in the top of that last space, and turn, and then we'll do a beginning double crochet in that same space. So single crochet, front loop only, and a double crochet in that chain space, and 3 double crochet in each chain 4 space, and I'll just repeat that 3 double crochet in your chain 4 space across. And so the trick to keep these counts right is on that last chain 2 space we're going to do 2 double crochet and a double crochet in the top of that last space, or the single crochet. And I think in the pattern it says 2 double crochet in that first space. But then you can fasten off. That's your last round for your 5 upper stripes. And you have your upper stripes for your Boho Granny Mini. And this is going to be the top of the round where you will join to your blue. So the top is the foundation round, and the blue is on the left side, which can be switched at in the pattern if you want your canton on the other side, so you can hang it down. Whether you're joining vertical or horizontal, you'll want to make sure too that your stripes are right side up. And so like now mine are right side up, and this is the end where it has no joins. I'm going to join your upper stripes to your blue, and you can whip stitch or top crochet those. If you top crochet, you will have a bump underneath. Maybe you know a different or better way, and you can join those and just do 2 stitches per double crochet and then a stitch for the single crochet. You want that stripe with the extra row, or your first stripe, to be on the top. And you're just going to line those up, top and bottom, and attach those with either a whip stitch or your top single crochet join again. So I will join with a single crochet join, and make sure as well that your stars are up, and I'm again doing horizontal. So I'll just slip stitch join in the bottom of this blue. I'm going to want my blue to lay on top of my red, and then in that top of that first double crochet, slip stitch, and then do that single crochet join, and then it'll do about 7 per stripe. And you just want to make sure that this end and this end are lined up, and again about 7 per stripe, just working evenly. It's looking like this. And I'm going to make sure it's lining up before I move on. It's getting a little bit off. So you just make sure I'm putting 7. And you might have to reposition those because you need this end to line up exactly with your blue. And see how that's, well, it's not just spread out and stretched. It does have that extra row, but it's being stretched. This one's bunched up, so I probably need to go out and reposition that where I'm pulling that red more this way. If you're doing the horizontal flag, your stars should not be upside down like this, and you're going to join in the bottom left hand corner of your piece. If you're doing the downward vertical flag like I am, you do want your stars here, yes, and then your stripes on the bottom. For the vertical orientation, I have my stars going this way towards the outside, and here's my extra red. You're gonna have to join on the red side for the vertical flag. So when you get to the middle, instead of that joining stitch, I'll go into this, that is that joining stitch. I'll go into that second double crochet and I'll do 1 and then I'll do 2, but I'll go also into this back loop only of this stitch and then also in that same double crochet space. This is going to be a little tricky, working backwards like this. And I'm just doing a double crochet, so I'll pull that through those and then finish my double crochet. And then for the blue, I'm going to work back loops only. So I'll do back loops only, double crochet. And that's your middle for your vertical flag. And that's puckering because that end is not woven. That's so once I weave that down, it should be fairly straight. And you'll want to check that before you go on, because if it's not straight or you don't like it, you can always fix it now. I think I'm gonna just leave mine and go on. You don't have to work back loops only. This will be the same all the way across. Line is straight. I am going to add a top slip stitch along this white edge just to keep that raised design going along. So that's also going to bring that together nicely. So I'm doing the horizontal and I've joined on the bottom right and just a single crochet join and did a beginning double crochet and double crochets across to the middle. And in the middle, I'm going to do a double crochet. I didn't do the back loops only. I think I'm going to go back and do a top slip stitch with blue. So I'm going not into the chain space, but into 2 loops of that chain for this, and then into that join. And then that same joining space, and this, keep it tight, and then just continue your double crochet across. I like to stop and check and make sure I like the way that looks before I go on, which I do, so I'm going to go on. So for the vertical flag, you'll fasten off after that first double crochet round and join on the same side as the first round. So we'll join on this other end. You can do the single crochet join for the first single crochet of your beginning double crochet. And begin your V round. And this keeps your rows going the same direction as the upper stripes. Once you get to the middle, to get you back on track so your V ends up above your other V, you're going to do things a little differently. And instead of skipping 2, we're going to skip 1 and do a V. And then skip 1 again and do another V. And then just continue, skip 2 and V across to the end. When you get to the end, do a double, skip 1 and do a double crochet in that top of that beginning double crochet. Turn and single crochet in that top of that turning space, in that same space, chain 2 and single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet, chain 4 across. Single crochet in that chain and chain 4. And you'll just repeat this across to the end. Once you make your last single crochet, you'll chain 2 and then single crochet in those last 2 spaces and turn and do a beginning double crochet in that turning space, and double crochet in that single crochet, and then double crochet in that chain space, and 3 double crochet in the chain 4 space, and 3 double crochet in each chain 4 space across. And you'll fasten off when you get to the end. The red, you're going to join on the where you left off on the white. You can single crochet join for that first single crochet in your beginning double crochet, and then just double crochet across. Once you turn, you'll do a beginning double crochet and then double crochet in that double crochet, UV, and then start skipping 2 and V, and you'll do that across. There is only 1 double crochet on the other end. After your last double V, you're going to skip 1 and then do 2 double crochet, 1 and 1 in the last, in the top of the beginning double crochet, and turn and single crochet in that turning space, chain 2 and single crochet and chain 4, and repeat across. Turn and do a beginning double crochet in the turning space, and double crochet in the chain, and 3 double crochet in the chain 4 spaces. Three. Whether you're doing the vertical or horizontal design, on your last red stripe, you're going to do a double crochet an extra round, just like that first one. Now this is fine the way it is, but if you like, you can do the optional border, and for that you're just going to do first a single crochet round around the entire thing, or you can skip that step and just do the edge. It does create a different look, and to do that edge, we'll join, and for the unworked edge, I'll start there. We're going to do it the same as when we joined in the middle, and just work those evenly across that side. So for your first stitch, you'll do a half double crochet and single crochet in that same space, and you'll either have your border already, or you can again skip that single crochet and then slip in the next space, and then half double crochet in the next, a single crochet in the same, and slip in the next. And you'll just continue this around, doing the half double crochet, single crochet, and slip in the next. And that gives you this little scalloped edge. And to save yarn, I'm going to skip that single crochet around this one, but again, that gives a different sort of look. I can show you that here. So let's say you did your single crochet around. And that's just going to make it more uniform and that gold edge a little bit thicker. So if I did my single crochet before doing my scallop, I have my single crochet, and there's just a plain single crochet if you wanted to do that. Or you can add that scallop to that edge. And the corners are in the pattern. So then, let's say I'm doing this scallop here. So I'm doing a half double crochet in that first, and then single crochet, and then slip in the next single crochet, and half double crochet, single crochet, slip in the next. Repeated across each side. So as you see, that just kind of makes it a little more uniform, and you can see it better. It's thicker and just gives a different look. Once I get around, you're gonna single crochet in that same space, chain 3, and slip stitch back in that space. You could stop here, or you can do the next round. So do a half double crochet in that same space, single crochet in that same space, and slip in the next, and just repeat that. Half double crochet in the next space, and single crochet in that same space, slip in the next. And just repeat that around. Half double crochet, single crochet in the same space, and slip in the next. Half double, single, and slip stitch. And that just gives this nice little scalloped edge around your flag. And this also isn't hard and fast set in stone. If you make it to the end, you can scallop around. If your count is off or something, don't sweat it. Just fudge it. I'm pretty sure no one's going to really notice. I didn't just say that, did I? I did. I did just say that. For my corner, I ended with a single crochet, a slip stitch in that corner. So I'm going to do the half double crochet, single crochet, and go ahead and slip in that same space. Then I'll start the pattern again with the half double, single, and slip stitch. And that just give me another bobble or shell in that corner. Fringe. Cut pieces to match in length in your 3 colors. Take 3 of this different colors and fold it in half. Get the piece that you wish to attach to in a crochet hook and go in to the piece to place where you wish to attach, and grab your 3 strands and pull them through. And then pull your ends through that loop. Tighten that down, and then cut all those. Once you have them all done, you'll cut them to match. For the twisted fringe, you're going to slip stitch and then pull up a loop and measure. You can measure or just eyeball it, and then twist, going around, just going around, twisting 20 times. Once you have 20, you're going to fold it in half and let it go. And then you can straighten it out and you have a cute little twist, and you'll slip stitch in that next space. And you can do that again. Just pull it up and twist it. And fold. And let go. Just straighten it out and slip stitch. And that gives this cute little fringe, and I can straighten these out if it went wonky. Crocheted fringe. American Flag Pattern by Doily Designs.